Okay, we have the 6x squared minus 13x minus 5. This is a quick review of factoring. So here's how I do it. My hand's going to block it, but I'll move my hand here in a minute. You're going to multiply your a term and your c term. That's going to give you negative 30x squared. And I write my b term at the bottom, so negative 13x. And what multiplies to give me negative 30 and adds up to negative 13? Well, 2 and 15 gives me, that doesn't, yeah, it does work. So negative 15x and positive 2x. So I'm going to take these two terms and replace my middle term. So that's going to give me, over here, 6x squared minus 15x plus 2x minus 5. And then I'm going to factor by grouping. So I can factor a 3x out of these two, which leaves me with 2x minus 5. And I can factor just a 1 out of those, so that leaves with x minus, 2x minus 5. So the 2x's minus 5s, those are common, so that's one factor. And the 3x plus 1 is the other factor. So that's the quick factoring review. Now if you come across a problem that has something in the numerator, and then it says it's got this trinomial or some expression in the denominator, and it wants to know what will make the rational expression undefined. Well, you need to know that if you have something in the bottom, if this equals 0, if you multiply by 0, the whole thing is going to become 0. So if a equaled 0 or b equaled 0, then the whole bottom would equal 0. And if that equaled 0, it would be undefined. So when we had this, a moment ago, we factored it, and we got 2x minus 5 and a 3x plus 1. Well, if this 2x minus 5 equals 0, then the whole thing will equal 0. Or if the 3x plus 1 equals 0, then the whole thing will equal 0. So if I say, when does 2x minus 5 equal 0? And I solve it, so if x equals 5 halves, this whole thing will equal 0, making the whole denominator 0, which would make this rational expression undefined. Or I could do, when does 3x plus 1 equal 0? I bet I have a smudge on my camera. Oops, sorry. Divide by 3. So if x equals negative 1/3, this expression equals 0, or that factor equals 0, making the whole rational expression undefined. So that's there's some information for you for 14.1.